FConcept has been leading the market when it comes to camera lens adapters, not only because their adapters are well made, but because they are affordable and within reach for the casual user. And with the new year, K&F decided to launch a brand new generation of adapters, offering the same wide variety of camera and lens mounts with an updated design, better materials, and a step up in terms of build quality. And in this review, we have three of them new generation adapters: the KF06.498, the KF06.501, and the KF06.503. The three adapters we have today are simple to describe. They are well made, look good, and are affordable. All these adapters are easy to identify as being part of the next generation, as they are sporting a new and improved design, all black with an orange line on the camera mount side, to match the orange on the Sony cameras. The adapters featured in this review are dedicated for the Sony full-frame mount on the camera side and have the Minolta MD, Nikon G and M42 thread mounts on the lens side. The KF06.498 is meant to allow the usage of any M42 threaded lens onto a Sony full-frame camera. The KF06.501 will allow you to use any Nikon lens on a Sony full-frame camera, and the KF06.503 will let you use any Minolta mount lenses on your Sony full-frame camera. We start with the 498, an adapter that allows the usage of any M42 thread lens on any Sony NEX mount camera. The biggest change for this adapter is not only the design but the fit and finish of the M42 thread, which has been upgraded for added compatibility with some lenses. A great thing to see with this M42 adapter is something that the generic M42 adapters do not have and will prevent you from using certain M42 lenses. Of course, I am talking about the fact that the M42 thread on this adapter is raised from the adapter body. This means that the M42 lenses that might have a locking pin will be able to be used. The Mamiya M42 lenses are a good example of this, as they have a small pin that will prevent you from fully inserting the lens into the adapter and thus not hitting infinity focus, unless of course you have the 498, which has enough space for the pin and is well made. Up next is the 501 adapter, which makes any Nikon lenses compatible with the Sony full-frame camera body. The difference within this adapter is the added functionality of a rotating ring with a pin attached. This pin is used for the Nikon lenses that require a lever to be pressed at all times in order for the aperture system to work. In addition, this adapter has a convenient metal lever that has to be pressed in order for the lens to be removed. This lever is spring-loaded and will hold the lens in place once fully seated. And finally, we have the 503, an adapter that allows the usage of any Minolta lenses that use the Minolta MD-SR or MC mount systems. What sets this adapter apart from the other Minolta adapters is the usage of a convenient locking pin to secure the lens in place. While many adapters have a locking pin, not many have a locking pin of this size and with this level of build quality. Remember, such a locking pin must be able to easily lock the lens in place and also unlock it, and some cheap adapters will not unlock without force and wiggling the lens inside the adapter. The installation of these lenses with the new series adapters is identical as with any adapter, to be specific, either generic or the older series of FConcept adapters. What changed is the fact that there is little to no wiggle room in terms of brute forcing the lens into the adapters, mainly thanks to the tight tolerances and good quality components. The adapters are part of a new series and thus share only the mounts with the previous models. What I mean by this is simple. While the new and old adapters will do the same thing, as they have the same camera and lens mounts, they are not the same adapter. Apart from the updated design, these new adapters also have an upgrade in terms of build quality and fit and finish. By no means are the adapters that were on the previous generation badly made. However, the next series is improved. The tolerances between the different parts of the adapters are smaller and the screws used to keep it together are better. While the older adapters were good, they had on occasion a bit of play with some lenses. The new adapter have zero play with any lens. With an average price tag that sits in between $43 and $49 depending on the model you choose, these adapters do deliver a good deal in terms of price to performance. The quality is on the same level as other more expensive brands and thus making the FConcept adapters a good deal. If you like this review, then you might consider subscribing for more, and if you want to support me in a direct way, then in the description below you will find the links for both the Patreon and subscriber start pages of this channel.